Hello, how's it going today, everyone? We are back online. If you if you remember, that's the word I'm looking for. If you remember last week's episode, my Xbox couldn't connect to the internet. Troubleshooted it, did everything I could. Couldn't connect. So I had to factory reset it. But fortunately, they have a thing now where if you factory reset your console, you can have an option to keep all the downloads on there, which I did, which is excellent. So let's check out my UFC 200 results. I only got the goddamn pack. I thought I would have fucking got the event pack. Oh, 100 points away. Wow. Lesnar versus Hunt fucked me over. That's some bullshit right there. Wow. So, I picked a sub in the third round. It was actually a TKO in the first for Lauzon. Juliana Pena, I picked a TKO but no, it was a decision. What's my rule? What's my rule with women? You always go decision. Wait, no. Yeah, it was a decision. That's what I thought. Got that one perfect. This would have been perfect, but she ended up getting a fucking choke instead of a knockout. It was so close to a knockout. Man, that bummed me out. And then this shit. That really bums me out. Lesnar popped for PEDs, and now Hunt's pissed off. Let's see what this was about quick before we get to news and whatnot. Hendo versus Nogueira. What is this? Pride? Classic fights? Yeah. No, never mind. This wasn't... All this shit didn't happen in Pride. I don't remember Verdum versus Overeem. That must have been a Strikeforce fight. Alright. So, been a bit of a weird week here. Yeah, so Brock popped... Seems like forever ago that this happened, but Brock Lesnar popped for USADA, and turns out that he failed his out-of-competition test, and then he failed his in-competition test, and he released a statement that said, "We will get to the bottom of this." Just a one-line statement. Pretty weird. Let's just go through our picks here quick first for UFC Chicago. I decided not to go to this card. This card's not very deep. Who knows? It could be a great fight, great night of fights, but I just don't. I don't think it's worth driving all the way to Chicago. I'd love to see that Edson Barbosa Melendez fight. I'd love it, but I cannot do it. So here's my picks. The Fight Pass featured prelim is Alex Cowboy Oliveira versus James Muntasiri. James Muntasiri, last I saw him, he was finishing off an amazing knockout in Australia, I believe. And Alex Cowboy Oliveira, the last time he fought was against the real Cowboy. And he ended up losing. But I like Alex Cowboy Oliveira a lot. I think that he's not going to be a title contender, but he brings it every time, so I'm going with him. Going with Alex Cowboy Oliveira. Kamaru Usman versus Alexander Yakovlev. You know, my stance on Russians is usually pick the Russian fighter, but that Usman dude was the tough finale winner, wasn't he? So maybe that still carries some weight. I mean, you look at people like Kelvin Gastelum, you know, Juliana Pena, fucking Carla Esparza. She hasn't had that great of a career, I guess, but you know, Forrest Griffin, Diego Sanchez, Nate Diaz, that title sort of means something, even though Ryan Hall, I don't even remember the last time he fought. That was a weird season, that Conor McGregor versus Uriah Faber season. That was a weird season. But yeah, I'm going with Kamaru Usman there. I think he stands a chance, and I like him a lot. I like his name a lot. We got Darren Elkins versus Godofredo Pepe. I'm going with Pepe. I looked at these guys' records. I know Elkin's a tough dude, and he's sort of like a psychopath. At least I think he is. But Pepe, I think he's pretty solid. We'll go with the sub in the second. You know what? Yeah. No. Yeah, we'll do that. No. We'll just do decision. Pepe, decision. Frankie Saenz versus Eddie Wineland. And like everyone else, I'm going with Wineland here. We'll just do KO round first. That way I can get some points if I run out of things to talk about. Then we got one of the best looking matchups UFC could put on. Felice Herrig is kind of weird. Like, she kind of reminds me of Rin Nakai, where I think she's actually kind of really beautiful, but she's just got something weird. Like, it's just that muscle definition that you're like, whoa. Like, whoa. I don't know. But I like her. They both fought Paige Van Zandt, and Paige Van Zandt didn't look like Felice Herrig looked like she had her in some serious trouble, and then Felice Herrig just stopped fighting. She went and did American Ninja Warrior or whatever. I know Kieran fought once before, or once. I can remember her last fight. She won, I think, via submission. But going with Herrig there. Then we got Francis Ngannou versus Bojan Milovic. I don't know his name. I don't know him. But Francis Ngannou is a scary looking dude. And I'm going with him. Like, that dude's fucking scary. He's badass. I like him a lot. I'm going with him. I hope he can just tear it up. I think he's a heavyweight. He's a big dude if he's a 205er. We got Barbosa versus Melendez. This one is going to be tough for me to pick. I have Melendez circled here. I think this is going to be fight of the night. I have Melendez circled here because he's just a tough dude. You know, he got popped for PEDs, and then he went away for a year. He's only had like 2 fights in 2 years, or like 4 fights in 4 years. Just very slow output, like in terms of fights, like getting out there and fighting for UFC. And Barbosa, he's had an up and down career. You know, he looks really good. The spinning wheel kick knockout, like that's like one of the greatest highlights of all time. And then he loses one, and then he wins one, and he loses one. But he beat Pettis up pretty good, and Gilbert Melendez got beat by Pettis pretty good. I just think Melendez is going to come back and state his case for why he's was one of the best lightweight fighters in the world at one point. I think this is a good showcase for him. I'm going to go with Melendez. I would not be surprised if Barbosa knocks him the fuck out with some amazing maneuver or whatever, but I'm going to go with the decision victory there. And then Holly Holm versus Valentina Shevchenko. Wow. That is wrong. Holly Holm is not a 93% certainty to win this fight. My God. I'm picking Holm too, but damn, if people think that it's just going to be a goddamn cakewalk. I mean, everyone who voted for this pick could have thought exactly like me, where they're like, you know, Holly Holm's going to win, but it's going to be a close fight, and that still produces the same number, you know? But I don't know, when I see that number, I'm just like, people are not giving Shevchenko any shot. Go with the decision victory. Seriously though, Shevchenko's pretty good. I don't think that it necessarily deserves that kind of odds. Like, if I heard she's a negative 250. Now, how does that work again? Plus 250? Yeah, plus 250. Shevchenko's plus 250. I would put $20 down on her. I should really get into gambling, because I think I could make money on this. Like, this, I feel like a good bet, because you get a pretty good return. Whatever. Okay, well, and then there's Bellator 158, 159 this weekend. 159. Darian Caldwell versus Joe Mongolo. Darian Caldwell's awesome. I'm going with Darian Caldwell. That dude's awesome. We got David Rickles versus Melvin Gillard, who missed weight. Melvin Gillard is just a weird-ass career. Weird-ass career. I'm going with David Rickles. Then we got some ladies. Bruna Vargas versus Emily Ducote. I have no clue who either of those ladies are. Daniel Weichel versus Emmanuel Sanchez. I'm going with Daniel Weichel. Philippi Lins versus Guillermo Viana. Don't know who they are. And then we got some more ladies. Bruna Ellen versus Jessica Middleton. That's that. And then Mackenzie Dern is making her MMA debut tonight for Legacy FC 58. She's a very pretty lady, so I'd go check that out if you have Access TV. I do not. Bruna Ellen. Fans will, quote, get to know me better in debut versus Jessica Middleton. That is a flyweight fight. And it's going to be streamed on the preliminary card. And you can watch that stream on MMA Junkie or MMA Fighting or anywhere you get your MMA news, I do believe.
This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for.
Okay, let's get back here. So yeah, some news for the week is Brock Lesnar popped USADA. There's some beliefs that his asthma medication was resulted in him popping positive, but it sounds like he tested positive for the same thing that Jones did, estrogen blockers. I don't know if it's the same result on the test because I never really looked that far into it, but that could lend credibility to it being a tainted supplement, but not a good look for Brock Lesnar. Apparently WWE doesn't think that's going to affect him appearing at SummerSlam or anything, so it sounds like he'll get off scotch-free. If he didn't really need to fight in the UFC. He got paid a shit ton of money by the UFC. I don't think they're going to be able to take it away from him. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he will have to pay a fine. I don't know. But yeah, if he doesn't want to fight again, why should he have to pay the fine, Unless he's legally binding that if you take USADA tests that you have to pay the fine or some shit. I don't know. But Mark Hunt wants half of Brock Lesnar's purse. I think he now upgraded that to his full pay, or to be released from the UFC, and he wants to fight, or he wants to start a fighters union, and all sorts of shit. So.
What started with Ronda Rousey is now
yeah. Kind of a weird thing. Ooh, hello. Benson Henderson making his return to the Bellator cage at Bellator 160 versus Patricky Pitbull on August 26th, 2016. So, a week after Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz square off again is the return of Benson Henderson.
Both of them stand up here.
Very good job of timing these shots here.
I'm just going for a decision victory, so prepare to be bored.
Nice kick to the body.
Joshi's changed her stance.
Ooh, hello.
Caught by the kick to the midsection. Wow, what a great job mixing things up.
Oh.
She's knocked down.
Some fight announcements. We got a lot of fight announcements. Well, no, let's save the fight announcements. Let's go back to the fight announcements later. We've got some other news here. We got Mirko Krokop granted his full release from the UFC. and he's now signed with Risen. And he's going to, I believe he's going to be joining a fucking open weight tournament with Wanderlei Silva. And I just watched Wanderlei Silva and Mirko fight in Pride back in 2003, I want to say. And goddamn, that was some scary ass Wanderlei Silva, scary ass Mirko Everything about that was scary.
Try to complete the takedown again.
And she scores another takedown.
God damn it.
Take the back here.
Uh,
Full back hooks. Oh, big shot. In the full guard here.
Joe, she's showcasing some great movement on the ground. Holm gets back up again.
whoa.
Nice knee.
Jeez.
She's down. That shot dropped her. Big combination.
Nice takedown.
That's the end of the round.
I think I won that round. 2 knockdowns and a takedown compared to 2 takedowns. I think that's pretty good. Some more USADA shit. Emil Meek is out of UFC Hamburg due to a USADA complication, not a USADA positive test, but a complication with something he was already taking. Apparently, I don't really understand it. Also, George Sullivan is off the Chicago card for a USADA complication as well, I believe. And Chad Mendez suspended 2 years by USADA for taking a growth hormone called GHRP-6. Out of competition, of course, but 2 years nonetheless.
Getting us set for round number 2.
Poor Chad Mendez, right? He had an epic war with Jose Aldo, lost. Then he came back. He looked really good, took care of his competition. Just blitzed goddamn Ricardo Lamas.
Nice leg kick.
And got all the way back to a title shot versus Jose Aldo. Got a nasty ass knee to the face for it.
Strong knee to the body.
And then
Nice spinning back kick.
it was at the first fight where he got the knee, and the second fight where he fought a really good fight.
Those kicks to the
I'm not sure.
take a tremendous
Then he was able to come back relatively quickly, like relatively soon after that Aldo fight, and fought Conor McGregor for the interim belt. And he lost that, even though he was winning a good portion of the fight. It was just that he wasn't conditioned for the fight. Golly, I hate the ground game in this game. I just do not have the patience for it.
Really good movement on the ground.
nice. Vicious
Ah.
grounded pound. Both hooks in. She establishes full mount.
Under 3 now.
Looking for an armbar, Mike.
Jose Aldo claims to have had a spy in the room with
Looks like she's got that armbar locked
Frankie
in
Edgar
tight.
on the UFC 200, the night of UFC 200,
Her arms out of the submission.
where he said that he knew everything that he was going to do,
Excellent posture here.
and that he changed his game plan to accommodate for it.
Nice right hand.
Really good
Ow.
movement on the ground.
But Mark Henry, Frankie Edgar's coach, he's all like, nah, nothing like that really happened. It was my fault that we lost that fight. We didn't come up with the right game plan, and sort of diffused the whole thing before it really got started.
Vicious combinations.
Wow. Oh, nice knee.
Oh, stunning jab.
Teeing off. A flurry of big punches.
Ooh, nice sprawl. Damn, bitch.
Just missed with the huge kick. Head kick.
Nicely done.
I gotta get my
Wow,
stamina
what a
back.
mixing things
I don't know if I'll be able to make it 5 rounds.
Joe, I wouldn't be surprised if
Some
she
more
put that
news
takedown.
that I don't really think is that important, but
Looking to set up that head
some
kick.
people think it's cool.
Good
Amir
straight
Khan is going to be training in MMA apparently, and he wants to fight Conor
Switches the
McGregor.
stance.
Not exactly the
Oh, stuffed it. Stuffed it.
the
Gonna head to round 3.
Floyd Mayweather Conor McGregor fight that everyone wanted, but
Here's a perfect
people like when
head kick.
boxers fucking fight in MMA. I don't know why. James Toney, that was a big thing.
Here we see some really
That was a
technical
weird thing.
offense with submissions. And here it is.
So who
from a
knows?
different
Maybe Amir
angle.
Khan versus Conor McGregor is gonna be the big money fight that everyone wants to see.
Incredible highlights in that round.
But if it's an MMA fight, dude, I don't think Amir Khan stands much of a chance. Just like Conor wouldn't stand any chance if it was a boxing match. I just don't get it. Why everyone loves these cross matchups.
Get ready for round 3.
Alright, that's about all the news I have that I can remember written down here, so we will get into some fight announcements now. Lots of fight announcements, as always.
Third round.
Yeah, touch my glove.
Joe, we're
Touch it.
coming off a pretty good round.
Valentina Shevchenko is like a sneaky good striker. Like if you that her debut fight against Sarah Kaufman, I think, where she like not only did she outstrike Sarah Kaufman, she also out wrestled her. And she's an Olympic wrestler. Like what the hell?
Oh, big body kick.
Oh, what an exchange!
She's very, very good. Holly Holm's an excellent striker, and if Valentina Shevchenko allows herself to get hit over and over again, like Ronda Rousey did, then you can may probably expect a knockout by Holm. But Holm doesn't hit that hard. Like Rousey, when she got caught, was just completely gassed, getting up, not really blocking anything, and just ate a fucking kick right to the side of the goddamn head.
Oh, beautiful sweep.
Now she's in full guard.
Back up.
I don't think Holm, and you look at all the rest of Holm's fights, and they're basically just slow, grind it out, get the victory,
Nice right hook counter.
tap, 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 jab it in there, get a kick in.
And there's a takedown attempt.
Like, she's very technical, proficient. Ooh, damn, that was a nice slip.
And she's down. Huge kicks.
What? That's what I thought.
Good inside leg kick. She has done so much damage with her
Um,
leg kicks. I'm surprised.
Some
this
fight
is-
announcements here. We got Dustin Poirier versus Michael Johnson as the headliner to UFC Fight Night 94, Hidalgo, Texas, September 17th.
The huge
And co-main event for that fight is going to be Uriah Hall versus Derek Brunson. So that should be interesting, though.
She's got double underhooks.
Shit.
Almost out of double underhooks here. Full mount. Not good. She's attacking with the rear naked choke. She got out of the choke. Wow, look at that.
How good is that?
Uh-oh. Hip escape, nice hip escape.
Full guard.
I'll try a choke of my own here.
Oh, she got a guillotine here. Wow, that was
Maybe I won that round. I don't know. I bet I'll lose. I never win decisions. So that's interesting. Co-main event and headliner. Not exactly huge names. People do love Uriah Hall. Dustin Poirier looked like a beast. He's been looking like a beast. Damn, killing Joe Duffy and then getting Bobby Green out of there like he did. Michael Johnson coming off a loss against Nate Diaz. I don't remember the last time Derek Brunson fought. I know he was supposed to fight at 200 versus Musasi, but that fell apart. Another fight announcement. This one was already announced, but they're moving it. Carlos Condit versus Damian Maia is now the headliner for Fox 21 in Vancouver, Canada. Paige Van Zant returns on that card. I'm not sure if she's I'm not sure if she's the co-main event or if that is there's a different co-main event for that. But interesting main event. 5 rounds fight now.
Big straight punch.
Oop.
Huge kick misses.
Holm with a good leg kick. Her left thigh is really starting to bruise up. Joe, there we see our total strikes landed so far.
Oh god.
She gets the Muay
Damn
Thai
it.
clinch.
Good knee to the leg.
Tying up here in the clinch, working to get an advantage.
Back off, bitch.
And they're free.
Jim Miller versus Joe Lauzon 2 is now booked for August 27th,
Good right left
which would be the week after the Conor McGregor fight. So what would that be?
Quick inside leg kick by Holm.
I don't even remember. I should have wrote it down.
Very nice timing with these shots here.
Boom.
Big head kick connects.
This could be it right here.
Damn it, there's still another round to go. Michelle Waterson, the karate hottie, making her return versus Aisling Daly.
Oh, nice kick.
Oop.
Body kick, look at that. Good combination.
I love me some Waterson. Shit. She's gonna win just from takedowns, isn't she?
Full guard. Good scramble.
Solid straight.
Oh my
Another
goodness.
one lands to the head.
Holm with an inside leg kick.
That left eye might be starting to look nasty.
And she times her strikes again.
Misses the takedown.
Woo! She really knocked me on the ass there.
Scramble.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
what's up?
A big kick.
What's up? What's up?
30 seconds. Damaging knee. 20 seconds. Oh, that knee finds a hole.
Fuck. That didn't count.
What an ending to that round.
Yes, that's Michelle Waterson versus Aisling Daly, the UFC Hamburg card on September 3rd.
Close to a clean knockout.
And since Mighty Mouse went out, and then the replacement for Mighty Mouse got pulled, it's now Sean Santella versus Wilson Rice. Can never remember the name at UFC 201. And that's going to be on the prelim card on Fox Sports 2, so Wilson Reese is getting demoted quite a bit from the co-main event there. I've been, UFC 201 is just flying under the radar. That's next week already, and it's like, I didn't even know who the co-main event was. It's Rose Namajunas versus Carolina Koziak, something, that Polish girl.
Head kick. Oh, that's a heavy body kick.
Also, Joanne Calderwood versus, nice slip there, lady.
Nice kick. Good exchange back.
Fuck
and
your
forth.
leg.
Look at the nasty bruising on her right outer
Oh,
thigh.
shit. Ooh, nice. I went to itch my face and she took me down. Joanne Calderwood versus Jessica Andrade at UFC 203 in Cleveland, Ohio. It's a 115-pound fight. So JoJo, making her return to strawweight after a very brief adventure into the bantamweight or flyweight division. Golly.
Side control. Nicely done. Back up again.
Wow, that's a big head kick.
Oh!
Big kick.
Man, she just wants to fucking take me down. Don't take me down, 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 down. Ooh.
She's taken down. Posturing up.
Oh,
That's a good shot right there.
Very good shot.
Holmes inside control again.
Nice pass.
You're in half guard, you're all good there. She might be trying to set up another takedown here, Joe. Good kick. Inside leg kick.
Nice kicks.
Joe, there's that takedown attempt we were talking about. That's stuffed once again. Joe, that's another solid kick.
So one more fight here. Ashley Evans Smith
15
versus
seconds.
Jermaine de Randamie at UFC Hamburg.
Man, she has landed so much damage
Oh,
that
damn.
both of her eyes are
So there you
starting
go.
to
That's
show.
all the announcements I have for fights.
This one goes the distance. What a battle.
Yeah. So that's that. Oh, and then the fight of the week. I did not forget this time. Fight of the week.
Round two. The decision is in, and here
Four.
is Bruce Buffer.
The week of August
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds,
22nd.
the judges' scorecards for decision.
Come on now.
Majority decision.
Come on now. Yeah! Boom, boom, y'all. Boom, boom. By majority decision, I'll take it.
Majority decision.
The fight of the week this week is Joe Lauzon versus Jim Miller 1 at UFC 155. And if you like blood, you'll like this fight because Joe Lauzon gets a cut in the first round and it just pisses blood. A lot and lot of blood. A lot and a lot of blood. Oh yeah. Oh, and then I forgot to talk about fucking Michael Venom Page caving in Cyborg Santos' skull last week at Bellator 158. Yeah, very nasty injury. Very, very nasty injury. But damn, did he look good doing it. He kicked Cyborg in the ribs, and Cyborg reacted like, oh shit, he got real hurt. Venom Page doing his weird ass shuffle, his little shoulder shake. Throwing kicks in there, jumping and throwing jabs, getting out of there. Da-da-da-da-da. He hit Cyborg again in the ribs. Cyborg's hurting. He gets him up against the fence, and Cyborg just goes in, dives in for a takedown, and Michael Venom Page, he just jumps up quick, throws his knee in his face. It looks like his caught his nose flush, and then he falls down. He's kicking his legs out, and Venom Page is just standing there looking at him like there's no way he's getting up from that. And then John McCarthy takes a look over at Evangelista Cyborg, and he's just like, oh, nope, this fight's over. He's just sitting there kicking the ground, shaking. Really nasty looking thing. And then Page runs over to the side of the cage. He grabs a Pokemon hat and a Pokeball, and he rolls the Pokeball over at Santos, and he stands in the middle of the cage, and he puts a peace sign up there, looking just like a goddamn Asian. And that was a really good celebration, but it was a very scary, very, very scary injury that Santos got. So thoughts out to him. Very scary stuff. Mitrione gets the knockout in the second round versus Ali Thompson, and Douglas Lima beats Paul Semtex Daly by decision. So that's Bellator 158. And that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. We do this every week. If you like it, tune in next week. Tune in next Friday. I'll be here. Will you be here? You better be here. Thanks for watching. See you next time.